Hey, my name is Justin, and I'm going to talk about whether you should get a Roland kit or a Yamaha kit. Now, they're both great companies. They're the best two companies in the drumming world right now that make electronic drums, and it's become a fanboy war right now. It's like iOS versus Android, Mac versus PC. Very loyal people. I'm just going to break down the differences and what you should get if you like certain attributes of drums over others. Alright, before I say any of this though, just remember you got to try these for yourselves because everyone has different opinions, and just keep that in mind. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about are the pads. Yamaha pads, they're smaller, at least the cymbals, a lot smaller actually. Now if you're an E-drummer, it doesn't really matter because you can hit any pad no matter how small it is. But if you're new to drumming, Yamaha pads are gonna frighten you almost a little bit because they're so tiny, and small pads just don't look great on a stage. If for nothing else you want larger pads just for stage presence, just to make it look nice. Another thing is that the materials that Roland and Yamaha use are completely different. Roland uses a mesh head material. It's like a trampoline type surface, and you can tune it with, just a tuner. You can just tune it like this and make it tighten it or loosen it or whatever. But Yamaha, they use a silicone base pad, and it's sort of like a rubber pad, but 10 times better, like a lot better. I like the feel of those better actually. They actually got a bunch of drummers together and just kept giving them different drum pads, and they said, how does this feel? Does it feel better than this or worse than this? And they just kept working on their mixture until they had it just right, and it just feels awesome. Only problem is you can't change the way it feels. The snare feels different from the toms, but again, with the Roland head, you can just tune it to make it feel different. You can't do that with a Yamaha. And also, if you damage this, the Roland head, you just replace the Roland head. If you stick a knife through the thing, all you got to do is go buy a new drum head. With a Yamaha kit, you got to go buy a whole new drum. Go spend $200 on a new tom or a new snare if you damage it. And that's just something to consider there. Yamaha pads tend to be smaller, at least cymbals, but they feel better. Roland, if you want to be able to customize it, go for a Roland, because on the high-end Roland pads you can actually put shell wraps, like wood shell wraps or whatever you want. It's really nice, and of course the tuning. So that's the first thing right there. And the second thing is sound. In my opinion, Rolands sound a lot better than Yamahas because they have this like gritty, realistic sound. Yamahas, they're actually sampled drums, so they're actual recorded drums that you're hearing when you play a Yamaha kit. Yamaha makes acoustic drums too, but they've done so much EQing and stuff that the drums don't even sound realistic anymore. So I just go for Roland modules over Yamaha completely. Sometimes what you'll see a Yamaha drummer do on YouTube is they'll hook up their laptop to the drum module. You can do that on any drum module, but sometimes they'll do that and just trigger sounds from Easy Drummer or Stephen Slate drums or Superior Drummer, and when they do that, it sounds better than a Roland module, hands down. But do you really want to lug around a laptop and have to hook it up and then go spend $200 on drum software? I didn't. That's why I bought a Roland, because it's an all-in-one package. But different people have different needs. Now, the reason why, the next thing is price. The reason why Yamaha drummers put up with bad sound is because it costs a lot less. Yamaha drums cost a lot less than Roland drums. I don't know why, but it could be because of sound. So what they'll do is they'll go buy a cheaper Yamaha set, or maybe even an Alesis or whatever. A lot of times Alesis drummers will do this. They'll buy a really cheap drum set, but they'll hook it up to their laptop, and boom, they'll have better sound than Roland does just because they hooked it up to their laptop. But again, I didn't want to lug around a laptop everywhere I go, so I wanted something that sounded really good. That's a choice you'll have to make. Now, the whole price difference, on the highest end, the Roland TD30KV versus the DTX 950K, there's about a $1,500, $2,000 difference there. It's a really big price difference. Now, granted, the Roland drum set that I'm talking about is covered in chrome. The cymbals are like this black chrome looking thing. The wires are all see-through, so they blend in with the chrome, and they've got chrome shell wraps. It looks really nice. The DTX 950K looks really nice too, but not as nice. But it gets the job done. If you have a laptop hooked up to it, it's just amazing. So that's the thing. Neither are better than the other. Just one costs more and has more custom. You can customize it more, the sound more, the drums more. But Yamahas, they feel better, but they have smaller pads, but they cost less. So those are the two things there. You got to decide. For me, it just came down to I wanted better sound and I wanted larger pads. That's what it came down to for me. So I hope that helped you out in your deciding. If you like this video, go check out my channel and subscribe. Thanks.